Today we are liberating to the most similar shape of flags, the most similar shape of countries, not their flags, their shape. This idea was inspired by Philippine Spanish weirdo. Spanish weirdos, flags. But today we're gonna learn about shapes of countries. Now, in case Africa does have a lot of them, but we're gonna exclude Africa because it has too many square countries. And now let's start. This was made by Turtle Guy, by the way. Also, now let's go. United States, Minnesota area, Wisconsin area, Michigan sticking out area, the New England, the East Coast, Florida, Louisiana, Texas sticking out, and then this area. Don't forget Alaska and Hawaii. It's very close to this very cool Cypress shape. Now, in case you didn't want to know, there's a lot of differences. First of all, the northern border is very, very straight, while this has a very round shape. Cyprus does not have, guess what? The Louisiana bump. It doesn't have the Louisiana bunch of New Orleans. It doesn't include Alaska and Hawaii, but they're very different places. But here are some similarities. The two bottom areas of Cyprus sticking out is the same as to the two states sticking out of Texas and Florida. They both have cool New England. But there's one more difference. Their perspective, also they have different sizes. Yes, they have different sizes of shapes, and we're trying to find the exact shape of a country. Now, most people say it's Great Britain and the Philippines. But there's a lot of differences. Like UK having a cool mainland while Philippines is divided into 3 regions. But they both have Northern Ireland. But Philippines is an entire chain of islands. And guess what? The Philippines is kind of close to the size of Great Britain. And the UK. You need exact size. Yeah, there's some exact size country like Croatia and Bosnia and Herzegovina, or Lithuania and Latvia. But we need to find the exact shape. Well, let's find them. Let's start with North America and I'll work our way to Oceania. Now, we just discovered the North American continent. Now, let's start with... Now, Greenland does have a quite similar shape for India, but they're quite not the same size, but they're both top. India is way bigger than Greenland, though, but they both have the band. But India doesn't have this face. And also, Greenland doesn't have this arm, doesn't have Jammu and Kashmir, but they both have this. Now, if we go to Mexico, Mexico may look like a shaded S. It looks like a shaded S. But we're gonna find Mexico. Now, if we pick a shape of S, and then we would backward its shape towards where we literally backward the S form, that kinda looks like a kidney, which looks like New Jersey, which is backward. But that's not quite a similarity because Mexico is literally a billion times bigger than New Jersey, and even the city, then we have Guatemala. Now Guatemala kinda looks like a backward L, and guess what looks like a backward L? This is Guatemala. Here is Mali, but the Guatemala and Mali do look same, but they don't have same size. Belize and Chile kind of look good. Yeah, I mean they both have straight borders here, but they're in different continents, opposite continents. This is in North America, but this is in South America. I may make a part 2. I'll make a part 2 later. Part 2 later. Next we have Honduras, which looks like a T. Honduras looks like a T into a 3D space. Hardened quite the corners, kind of make it Greenland, and then stretched it. They kind of make this sign here, but guess what? What's similar? Ecuador is kind of the size of Honduras. It looks like a T. Oh, it looks like a T. It has this bottom area and then squishy. But guess what? Ecuador. Okay, next we have El Salvador. If you got an uppercase I, remove the line, made it 3D, sideways it, and made it like this. What? I'm gonna use Google Maps now. Oh yeah, it looks like it. Did you say this kinda looks like Belize, and they're almost matching sizes. So we found a solution. El Salvador and Belize. Well, it kinda don't have this. This looks like kinda like a straight line. It still has that bump. It still has that bump. Yeah, that's kinda like a bump. So we found a solution. Nicaragua is a triangle that looks like this. And we need to find the exact lake looking like Lake Boya. This is not Lake Nicaragua. Where's Lake Nicaragua? I thought there was Lake. Oh, it's fine. But which one looks like a triangle? I mean, this looks like a triangle. Well, we need to find a country. Belgium kind of looks like a triangle, but it's not a full triangle. If it invaded North, it would look like a triangle. Poland kind of looks like a triangle, but it looks too fat. Belarus kind of looks like it, but this line is to straight north. We need to go diagonal, which means north. Okay, and Moldova's too long, and it might be a solution later. Okay. So Nicaragua. So we know that Belize and El Salvador. Costa Rica's a long thing. It has an arm sticking out. But don't forget those legs. Okay. So I could find Jamaica being it. I mean it kinda looks like, oh no, Honduras and Jamaica don't match size though. Costa Rica and Jamaica don't quite find size. Let's go to Panama, which looks like an S. So what looks like an S again? Upside down, flipped. If it was flipped, it's too big. Okay, now it's starting to go into South America. You have Colombia. Now it's quite hard. It does have a panhandle sound, and we're gonna do it clumsily. So there's a panhandle out sound. And here's the countries I found that have panhandle sound. that are still not have solution. Ecuador, Venezuela, Guyana, Brazil, Argentina, Paraguay, Morocco, Guinea, Liberia, Niger, Algeria, Italy, the United Kingdom, Norway, Russia, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Thailand, Vietnam, Laos, Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, Colombia. I forgot Canada. Canada doesn't even have. It's just a bunch of islands in the north. It doesn't. It's like Russia has a bunch of islands, but it's not. They're kind of similar size, but that's later. Colombia, and Colombia has two sides. This side is more squarer, and guess what? We're gonna do the same thing. Ecuador, Venezuela, Mali, Niger, Indonesia. Okay, now it's late, but they have a tip at the top. So here is it again, but with tips at the top. Venezuela, Myanmar, Laos. Okay, Colombia. What else? Colombia has this weird border sticking outward. I think it's Myanmar. Wait a minute. What's your size? It's your size. Let me just use it for my finger. You guys have matching sizes. You similar. Okay, we're gonna exclude Venezuela. We can already exclude. We can exclude everyone in South America. And I'll make part 1. I'll make part 2.